Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Leadership Insight, where today it's all about mastering change, strategies for success anyone can use. And granted, you all know I'm typically speaking to those that are in leadership or striving for leadership. This is timely for anyone, regardless of your title, regardless of what you do. So, welcome. Come on in, everyone. We are live. Don't forget to like and subscribe from whatever platform you are viewing this from. And again, welcome to Leadership Insight. I am so excited to be here with you today because today's topic is something that we all deal with, no matter, again, what your role is, no matter what your title or what industry you are. We're talking about mastering change, strategies for success anyone can use at any time. Listen, change can be scary, it can be stressful, and sometimes it is just downright overwhelming. But that does not mean that it has to be that way. Today, I'll walk you through why being good at handling change is one of the biggest leadership advantages that you can have. And I'll give you two powerful strategies that anyone can use to strive during times of uncertainty without falling apart under pressure. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe from whatever platform you're viewing us from. Our 2 points for today. The first strategy is going to be focus on what you can control. And then I will be speaking about reframing the story that you are telling yourself. Here's the truth. Leadership isn't about staying the same. It's about growing. It's about adapting and helping others to do the same. When you get into this leadership game, it is not about yourself. It becomes about the people that are around you. So if you can't handle change well, it will not only slow down your own career growth, but it can also impact how others view your leadership potential. And so in today's workplace, companies they're constantly evolving, whether it's a new technology, whether it's restructuring, maybe there have been policy changes or there's shifting demands, shifting priorities. Leaders who can stay calm, think clearly, and guide others through the same are seen as stabilizers, problem solvers, and trusted advisors. And those are some of the people who get promoted. And this brings me to why mastering change is so important. It's not about pretending you're fine or you're not feeling any stress at all. It's about making sure that you, ma'am, are building tools. You, sir, have the mindset to ride the waves without capsizing. Now, when you do this well, you're going to be able to start or increase your trust building. You're going to be able to demonstrate more resilience, and you will also set yourself apart as someone who can be counted on when things are getting tough. And that's real leadership. Our first strategy. Focus on what you can control. One of the quickest ways to get stressed or shut down during change is to spend all of your energy worrying about things you can't control. Now, if I could see you, I would ask you to raise your hand on how many times just in today that you were stressing over something that if you sit back and you think about it, you couldn't control. Listen, leaders who master change get laser focus on what is within their power. Now, let me tell you what this looks like. You can control your attitude. You don't have to love every change, but you can control whether you approach it with curiosity or with negativity. And what I see in the workplace is a lot of negativity, but that does not have to be you. You can also control your actions. Even small steps matter. Do you hear me? Small steps matter. Find out what's needed next. and get moving. Don't stay stuck in frustration. And a lot of people do that. They stay stuck in murmuring and complaining. And what does that do? When you stay stuck in murmuring and complaining, it continues to make this process longer. It makes the process more arduous, meaning it makes it feel like one day is now 1 week. 1 week is now 2 weeks, and you're still complaining about the same process. Instead, control your actions. You don't have to stay stuck in frustration. Ma'am, you are choosing to stay stuck in frustration. It is a choice. Next, I want you to control your communication. That's right. If you don't know something, ask. If you're confused, seek clarity. Leaders who ask good questions are seen as smart, not weak. And yes, you can ask a question. When you're upset and you ask a question, sometimes you're asking that question from an emotional standpoint and viewpoint versus calming yourself and thinking about the appropriate question to ask. You can control your communication. That does not mean that you can't ask a question. You can, but good leaders ask good questions. When you shift your energy from reacting to controlling, you're going to start to feel more empowered, less anxious, and more prepared to lead, even if you don't have all the answers yet. Our second strategy, I want you to reframe the story you're telling yourself. Our brains naturally resist change because it feels like a threat to what we know. But here's the leadership secret. It's not the change itself that causes the most stress. It's the story that we tell ourselves about it. It's something that I always say is your silent language. Sometimes your silent language is deadly language. And I need you to be able to start to reframe, not make it so deadly, but it really is. It's the story that we tell ourselves. If your story sounds like, listen up. This is terrible. I'm going to fail. Everything is falling apart. Yes, that means you are going to start feeling overwhelmed. But leaders who thrive during change, you learn to reframe that story. Instead of saying, that is just terrible, they say, this is a chance to grow new skills. Instead of saying, I'm going to fail, I know I'm going to fail, they say, I'm still learning, and that is okay. Instead of saying everything, and I mean absolutely everything is going to fall apart, it's more like things are changing, and guess what? I'm going to adapt. When you shift your mindset from threat to opportunity, your energy, creativity, and your leadership presence skyrockets. People around you pick up on that too. And they start to look for strength and guidance. And the bottom line is this: mastering change isn't about having all the answers. It's not even about liking the change that you are now being thrust upon to embrace. It's about managing your mindset and focusing your energy where it matters most. If you are going home at the end of the day and you have absolutely nothing to give to your children, you have nothing to give to your significant other, to your family, well, heck, even if you don't have a family, maybe you have a cat at home. If you have nothing to give to that cat, you are not making the most of your energy. And what you put your energy in matters. And so mastering change is going to help you to reframe, reshape, and it will give you more energy at the end of the day. So it is about mastering that mindset and focusing where we're putting our energy in. Now, don't get me wrong, at the end of the day, I actually love what I do for a living. I love coming and speaking with you all. But what matters to me are the people at home. What matters to me is, do I have energy for my family? And if you are finding that at the end of the day, you don't have energy, you have spent all of your time stressing at work, which is leaving you tired, broke down, busted, disgusted, all of those things, I need you to rewatch this video. I need you to connect with a coach. I need you to get the skills that you have need of so that you can have the energy for what's most important. Now, today we talked about mastering change, strategies for success anyone can use. We discussed why mastering change is essential for leadership because it's going to build trust, resilience, and positions you as someone others want to follow. We've also covered two key strategies to help you to master change without breaking down. Focus on what you can control, your attitudes, your actions, and your communications. All of those three things you can control. And two, reframe the story you're telling yourself. Shift from fear to opportunity. Change is part of this world in general. You're not going to be able to escape it. It's a part of leadership. It's a part of a life. The good news is you don't have to be perfect in this. You just need to stay grounded. You need to stay focused and believe in your ability to handle what's happening, what's next. You have the ability, you have the wherewithal, as long as you can stay in control and reframe the story that you're telling yourself. You can do this. Okay? All right. Please don't forget to like and subscribe from whatever platform you're viewing us from. Join me next week for more incredible insights. You deserve nothing but the best. It's my goal to ensure that you move to your next level. Let's take your career to new heights together. And remember, you are more capable of adapting, growing, and leading than you think.